How is it possible that a people can share the same national name, look the same, practice similar cultural activities, but because of geographical distance and the scholars, then these people are said to be different? Today we want to deal with who is a Tonga or Tonga. Ask anyone from Southern Africa. They will tell you with confidence who these people are. The general definition given is that the Tonga are a Bantu people found in Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Zambia, Malawi, and Botswana. Some say the Tonga are not Bantus but Black Hebrews. At the same time, the first answer is not totally wrong as such. Now follow us very closely. If you go into Google or any other search engine and type where is Tonga, you are likely to be led to this place. You can see Tonga here, an archipelago of about 176 islands, of which 36 are inhabited. These people share the same name where we see in Zimbabwe. Are they one and the same people? They are all Tonga. Who is a Tonga now? Are these the Tonga or the ones found in Southern Africa? Is this all? Are these the only Tongas we have on earth? Wait a minute. Let's look some more. What about the nearest oceanic neighbors, Fiji and Samoa? Yes, there are Tongas there also. Again, from Boas Museum collection, the village of about 100 people was approximately 1,500 feet long and consisted of several clusters of 4 to 5 houses. Or Ki, pronounced Ki. Remember the leader in Sudan, South Sudan, Ki. Spaced 15 to 20 feet apart. Remember the houses that are built on stilts in Zimbabwe and the Zambezi Valley. These houses are called Kish, or pronounced Kish. Remember this word. Shortly we will show something. These houses, which are in Spanish are called jackals, served mainly as sleeping quarters for an extended family. You go to this website, Smorgasbord, you find these people, Tongva. There they are. This word Tongva can actually mean Tongwa or be ruled. Same with the one you find in Zimbabwe. So who is the Tonga now? The ones in Zimbabwe, the ones in Pacific, or these ones in America? Tonga village in the United States. Are they related? Notice the name Kish is Kush. It's also a name for Ethiopia or Kush or spread. Are these the only Tongas now? And now look, this is a Tonga from South Sudan. Now we've got 4 groups of people known as Tonga. There is the chief of the Tonga is the 1930s in South Sudan. And there is war they fought. You can go to this YouTube and you can find a lot of information about the wars there and the decimation and the fighting and the killing of these people, the Bantus. You go to this YouTube, the Tonga natives returned home to nothing. They're destroying them. These are the Tongas. So what's going on? They are destroying them here with the war. You shall see again how they are destroying them in this Pacific. So who is a Tonga? Tongas are Bantus scattered all over the earth. That's a clear-cut answer. Can we prove it? Yes, we have already proved that. But we must add more evidence, because there are those trapped in the Black Hebrew Jewish doctrine. The Tongas are not Hebrews. They could practice Hebraic culture and tradition, because all Hebrews are ancient Kushites, are ancient Egyptians, are ancient Bantus, all Hebrews. All connected to the last civilization we know as Hamit. The Nyami Nyami, the river god of the Zambezi, gives us the clue. And this word Nyame in West Africa is divine. Same thing there with these people in Zimbabwe. African mythology of Nyami Nyami. So they were building the Kariba Dam across the Kasambabeza, so-called Zambezi river. And they separated that 80 people perished when building that. This is Tonga mythology. The Nyami Nyami, the snake, the same found in ancient Egypt. Look at them. Same culture, same behavior. When he turns around in the rivers, there is always an earthquake around the Zambezi area there. It's there. It's clear. It's known. So the Tonga belong to the Bantu family. And their language is called Chitonga. Many words are similar to other Bantu languages like Bemba, Chichewa, and Loyana, and Shona. For example, to write in all 3 languages is Kulemba. A chicken is known as Onkoko in Bemba, Nkuku in Luana, Nkuku in Shewa, and Inkuku in Tonga, and Inkuku in Sindebele and Zulu, and Huku in Shona. In all 4 languages, a traditional healer is a doctor, is known as a Nga. You see, this word Nga is also found in the Tonga Islands languages. So Tonga, you can say that. It's composed of Nga and a place. It also means south in the Tonga. According to most recent archaeological findings, people who arrived in the archipelago came from Fiji around 1500 BCE. They also came from another place that we will show very shortly. What race is Tongan? We have seen that in Africa they look like that. This is Lupita. The Lapita people, the ancestors of modern day Pacific Islanders, first sailed from coastal New Guinea roughly 5,000 years ago, reaching the Solomon Islands around 3,100 years as shown here ago, and expanded further east right into Australia, right into the archipelago. Go to this website, they tell you. So we got Polynesian settlers sailed to Tonga between that time, according to new research. But who is Lapita? The face of a mana, a Lapita woman whose face was reconstructed using a model of a skull which was excavated from an early human settlement in Naitabale in the south of Muturiki Islands, central Fiji. The Naitabale settlement was probably established around 1000 BCE by a group of Lapita people whose ancestors had come from Solomon Islands. There is an African straight clear, so that's their race. They are Bantus. But where did they sail from? From Africa, straightforward like that. And there the numbers of years given. So we're now going to give you the name of Australia. This is the name of Australia. It's Sahu. This is their migration. They came to Sunda, which means push. And Walasia is Warasia, or we have left you here. And then they come to Sahu. This word Sahu is so similar to Sahara. It's shocking. This is the actual name of the continent you call Australia today. It's Sahul or Sahara. It's desert. It's inhabitable only around here, and also here central there in Alice Spring. So the evidence shows that out of Africa migration 60,000 years ago, these people moved into New Guinea here. Guinea you find in West Africa. This is the Guinea. These are the same people. Go to this website to read some more about Sahu. Papua New Guinea. There's the place. African genetics, African genetic diversity, implication for human demographic history, modern human origins, and complex disease mapping. This is more evidence we are giving of who is a Tonga. It says African population are characterized by greater levels of genetic diversity, extensive population substructure, and less linkage disequilibrium among loci compared to non-African population. Africans also possess a number of genetic adaptations that have evolved in response to diverse climates and diets, as well as exposure to infectious disease. This review summarizes all the patterns of genetic diversity among African populations. That's clear. So you find light, you find yellow, you find dark. All the thing you have to see is that they are Bantus. So here, who is a Tonga? Now it's possible. How is it possible that people who share the same name, look the same like this, have the cultural like this? This is a Tonga woman in Zimbabwe, but Tonga in Zambia and Mozambique and Malawi. They do that. Straight, look at that. So this is Papua New Guinea young woman. Look at that. Straight, clear, straightforward. So there is no argument there. These are same people. The fact that they are 20,000 kilometers apart, which has baffled scholars and confused ethnologists and many other thinkers, to the point where they say these people are different, shouldn't be your confusion. These are Bantus. That's clear, straightforward, proved beyond a reasonable doubt. So more evidence. You can see basket weaving, bone carving, wood carving, basket making, fine weaving using techniques passed down throughout generations. Tongan craftspeople are everywhere you go. That's what they do. This, who is who here? Who do you think is from Southern Africa? This is South Sudan. This is a Tongan in the Fiji. There, in the Western Pacific. Some scholars now pour doubt on who first settled in Tonga by employing new technical terms they coined, using terms like Polynesia, a Latinization of French Polynesia, coined 1756 by D. Process from Greek polis, many, and Nessos Islands. The term Polynesia was first used in 1756. So they are Bantus, because Bantus is older than that. It's the oldest word for humans or for people. If you are not Bantu, then you are not Bantu. French writer Charles D. Process originally applied to all the islands of the Pacific. But in 1831, Jules Dumont d'Urville proposed a restriction on its use during a lecture to the Geographical Society of Paris. His intention was clearly to distinguish the pure blacks of the Pacific from the mulatto populations. Very important key. So there is a mulatto population. Same tactics. Polynesian people are considered to be bilinguistic, archaeologically, and human genetic ancestry. We have already seen that they are diverse or multiplicity amongst the African genes. So in Bantu, if you say they came from Taiwan, Taiwana is Bantu, which means we have found it, or we have found a place to rest. There are more Bantus in the Pacific. You can also see that these are similar to Africans. This is Maori, the actually Maori. In New Zealand, this is a wooden portrait of Chief Raharuhi Rukupo, 1842, New Zealand. So some of these names are actually Bantu names. There more Bantus. Where do you think this is from? He is a Bantu. Is either from Africa or there more Bantus. These are Fiji. These are Western Papua, and this is a Fijian warrior. So, but he's Bantu. Look at the Afro. Look at them. They are Bantus. These are people. So there is the mulatto change that we have seen. This is George Tupou 1860, Taufau, King of Tonga, 1845. The change which is going through is so drastic. This is the new king in July 4, 2015. The US Marines were there. Tonga bands from New Zealand, Australia were there. You can see they are completely different. So the change is so drastic. The BBC image there for the coronation. The ceremony was performed by a 78-year-old retired Methodist, a Christian. See, this is how we are losing it. Religions that are not ours. Tonga gained its independence from Britain in 1870, but the monarch stretches back to 1000, and it was black. But now it's changing. Yet today it's changing, and this is said, and this is a reality that we have to master, to correct, to teach, and to stand up to and challenge. Who then is a Tonga? The Tonga are Bantus found in Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mozambique, Botswana, Malawi, in the Pacific Islands, in the Sudan, and in the United States. The sad conclusion of all this is that who will be Tonga in 1,000 years time from today might not be like what we are today if we are not careful. Only Amen who know. Subscribe to Hamiti Iburu Ethics. This is Priest Teacher Rabbi Ellen Tumizulu. This is our email. Get in touch, because we want to save our Tonga and save our race. Thank you. Tatenta Siabonga. Goodbye.